Welcome back to Advocacy Alchemy with Professor Ross. Today, we're going to watch a video, and we're back on the body cam footage of incidents that kind of make you wonder. This is a DoorDash scam, and a person caught in the middle of this DoorDash scam. All right, somebody's called in the food and paid for it with someone else's credit card. I don't know what state and place this is. This is somewhere called Clyde, Clyde. Maybe if you know this place, hey, leave a comment below. If you know these people, leave a comment below. Let's look at this scam and let's see if we can pull up some law as we watch. All right, let's jump right in. Actually, make sure it's set up. We gotta set up everything. Let's go back out here. DoorDash scam. Says scammers have been known to target both DoorDash customers and delivery drivers through various fraudulent tactics. Perfect place to look. Fraud. Let's see, fraud in where's Mississippi MS? Fraud in Mississippi laws. I don't know if this is going to be in Mississippi, but let's just look at fraud in Mississippi, or what's considered fraud. In Mississippi, fraud encompasses various criminal offenses, including deception to obtain money, property, or services unlawfully. Key statutes addressing fraud include fraud by mail or other means of communication. This statute prohibits schemes intended to defraud that utilize mail, telephone, newspaper, radio, television, wire, or other means of communication across country or state lines. Violations can result in fines of up to $10,000, imprisonment up to 5 years. All right. This type of fraud, do you all remember the incident with, I think it was like the Breakfast Club? It was one of the DJs on there. I think it may have been DJ Envy was dealing with some kind of fraud scheme or some allegations of some fraud. And they were saying because he was on the radio, he induced people to invest in a scheme. All right, but anyways, next, fraudulent use of identity. This law makes it illegal to use false statements or representations regarding a person's identity, social security number, credit card, or other identifying information to fraudulently obtain goods, services, or other things. This has a penalty of up to a fine up to 5,000, imprisonment for up to 5 years for the first offense. Subsequent offenses, fines of up to 10,000 and up to 10 years. Home repair fraud. This statute addresses fraud in the context of home repair services. I think this one may be if the serviceman does not actually come do the work. A first conviction is considered a misdemeanor when the amount of fraud is less than 5,000, punishable by up to 1,000 or imprisonment in a county jail for up to 6 months or both. All right. So we see those others also that are covered in Mississippi law: embezzlement, identity theft, computer fraud, and they each have their own penalties and definitions. All right, let's jump in and let's take a look at. Do we have the video queued up, y'all? I think I need to. Where the issue is, it's not on the proper screen. All right, let's listen.
On August 1st, 2024, officers were called to a Subway where a woman tried to pick up prepaid food under a person's credit card that she did not know.
Yeah. Hi.
Hi.
Well,
Am I here to talk to you, ma'am? Or?
no.
Oh, no, okay. Hey.
I got a call from a gentleman who lives in Detroit, Michigan, okay, for this order, and that girl outside right there is here to pick it up. And we didn't know what to do, so my boss told me.
All right, I heard Detroit, Michigan. So let's think, might be in Michigan. And from there, let's split the screen out, y'all. And let's see. Michigan law for fraud. We are off to the races, everyone. We know where we're looking. Let's see what it says. All right. In Michigan, fraud is classified as a felony offense, carrying penalties that can include imprisonment for up to 5 years, fines of up to $25,000. Let's see, specific types of fraud and their associated penalties under Michigan law. All right, false pretenses with intent to defraud. This offense involves obtaining money, property, or services by making false representations with the intent to defraud. All right, the penalties are based on how much the value of what it was you took. This sandwich he took here probably ain't gonna be no more than $25. And that sounds ridiculous when I say it for one sandwich, but who knows? It may be about $20. Retail fraud, commonly referred to as shoplifting. Retail fraud involves the theft of merchandise from a store. First-degree retail fraud is a felony, punishable by up to 5 years in prison and a fine of up to $10,000. Let's see, credit card fraud. This involves the unauthorized use of another person's credit card. All right, we've heard that was the credit card that was used for a man from Detroit, Michigan. All right, I think we're here with this one. All right, the use of another person's credit card information to make purchases. All right, buying food will be a purchase, or to obtain funds. All right, that would mean if we're talking about an ATM or something, or going to the bank and trying to pull out some money. All right, depending on the amount involved, credit card fraud can be charged as a misdemeanor or a felony. So this all depends on the value, with felony charges applying in amounts exceeding $1,000. So this will probably be for a misdemeanor. All right, so let's search further. All right, credit card fraud for less than $1,000. All right, in Michigan, less than $1,000 is typically prosecuted as a misdemeanor offense. All right, it's found here at Michigan Compiled Law, Section 750.157W. Let's see, between 200 and 1,000, the offender may face imprisonment up to 1 year, fines of up to $2,000 or 3 times the amount of funds withdrawn. So it sounds like they have some sort of trouble laws in effect. We spell trouble laws like this. It's like trouble in your car, but that means triple damages. All right, look. I just did a new search on the fly. All right. Treble damages under Michigan. That's what MI is. Criminal law. Under Michigan law, certain criminal offenses such as larceny by conversion. Larceny means, once again, this is a legalese term. It simply means to steal something or to convert something by theft. So that means basically, this means to take something without permission and to get away. That's a part of the elements of a larceny. All right. This allows for the recovery of treble damages. Specifically, Michigan compiled law section 600.2919A1A states that a person damaged as a result of another's stealing or embezzling property may recover 3 times the amount of the actual damages sustained, plus costs and reasonable attorney's fees. It's interesting. All right. With that, let's jump back in.
And I had told him that I would give him a call back, but I also told him that he needed to contact his bank on top of it. But this is the guy's name, this is his phone number, and she's here to pick it up.
This is it? This is the order? Just 13 bucks?
Yep, it is a salad, chips, and a footlong pretzel.
All right, now let me say here, first of all, anyone thinking of scamming somebody, excuse me, trying to go for a little small cold here. Anyone thinking of scamming someone for less than 20 bucks? Hey, that's ridiculous, man, because the world of punishment that you can get involved in for less than 20 bucks is crazy. She could be looking at, having to pay back $60, some community service, having to go to court more than one time to deal with this small charge. Now, if she has done it before, she could be looking at a felony. You have to understand that your criminal record, if you start getting little petty stuff on there, it starts to add up if you ever have something else happen. They look back, they look to see everything that you've done, especially when it's more than a misdemeanor, or if it's a misdemeanor that involves untruthfulness or violence. Those things are always starred, and they're looked at very closely if a person comes back to felony court. All right, let's jump back in.
Okay, and he sent her to pick it up, that's all?
No, his card got hacked.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, he called me right away and was like, hey, something just came out, and I live in Detroit, Michigan. And I was like, huh? So.
This guy's the card holder.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
And you did talk to him?
I did talk to him.
And he says he didn't place this order?
He did. He said that, yes.
Okay, hang on.
All right, let's discuss for a second here. Look, we always talk about the different body cams that are being worn and how to read the information presented. Notice that they have the date and time that this incident is happening, or that's being recorded right now. So 12 o'clock noon, August 1st. So this is just a little while ago, because we're just in September now while I'm recording this. So this is a Axon body cam, 4th generation. And remember, we read which officer it is we're watching, because sometimes if there's multiple officers, they'll switch cameras and they'll just sync up the times. Excuse me. And they will the thing that will change will be these last 4 or 5 digits. Okay? All right, let's watch.
John's all this for me for a second.
Okay.
And she's here to pick it up. Let me.
Yeah.
Okay, let me talk to her before she runs off.
All right. Thank you so much.
Uh huh. Be out with my suspect behind Big D's Pizza.
Cleared 1254.
Can I talk to you, ma'am?
Oh yeah. What's up?
So you were over here to pick up an order, correct? The Subway?
Yeah, I'm coming back over there.
Okay. What's going on with that?
Hold on a second. Let me call you right back. So my friend put in an order for me. I think I have to pay for it, but why is everything okay?
Well, yeah, there was an issue with the order, so just trying to find out what was going on with it.
I'm not sure. I mean, myself, because I had asked my friend to get me some Subway, and sometimes they do it. Was there like an issue with it? Is it like shady or something?
Yeah.
It is.
So do you have an ID or driver's license on you, please?
At my spot, I do.
What's that mean, your spot?
Like, I'm in recovery, so
Okay.
like, you know what I'm saying? And
Down there
I
at the-
really,
down there at the hotel?
yeah, I don't want any trouble. Like, I'll pay for it. Like, if that's the case, like, I didn't know, like.
Well, it was prepaid, so with a card or something, I think.
Yeah, I'll do. I don't know. I don't want any issues. You know, I'm really serious about my. So I apologize if there was something wrong with it.
What room you staying in?
I was staying in room 3. But like, yeah, I was just like.
What was your name?
I don't want no issues. My name is Gianna.
Can you spell your first name for me?
Gianna.
Gianna.
Oh my gosh, that's embarrassing. I'm so sorry.
Okay, so any young adults who are watching or will ever watch, don't try this. This is a petty scam that, look, Gianna, whoever you are, somewhere in Michigan, your face is out there forever on a petty scam that doesn't benefit you all. And she probably had to do some community service behind this and all kind of little silly stuff. And it depends on, they're going to try to find out how did she get this card number or because she could have bought the credit card from something online or however, or she could have been the person who actually took the credit card and knows the person, whoever's card was used to charge the. It sounded like they said $15 or $13. So we're not talking about a whole bunch of money here. But let's listen in and let's figure out what the officer is going to say.
So I'm sorry. One more time. Slowly. Okay. You know your social?
I just kind of would stepped outside, but I mean, I do want Subway, so I can go back and get it.
So who placed the order for you?
It was my friend.
Is he with you? Is he down at the room there? Or?
No, he lives in Finley, and like I'm just trying to get my stuff together. You know, like I can pay for like my own stuff, but he just was like, I guess it was just kind of like he could help me out. But if it's like shady or something, like I don't want to be involved with that. So
All right, sounds like what she said she was at is in recovery. I don't know. Maybe you all can go back and analyze it and tell me in the comments, but it sounds like she says she's in recovery. Or that's maybe some sort of halfway house there called recovery something, or, you know. And her friend in Findlay. Now, the officer is going to have to dive down deeper because he's taking notes here. You see that? Because he has to write a report after this is over and describe what took up his time here. If he's going to issue a ticket or a warning. And if he produces a ticket or an arrest, there will need to be a written report done concerning this case. And then that has to be transmitted over to the prosecuting attorney's office, and they have to decide whether they want to take this case up or not. Okay, so let's watch.
I apologize.
How long you been staying down here at the?
I've been here since like it's been, I got here the 26th.
Okay.
Yeah.
Food in someone else's name that someone else ordered. Don't you think it's kind of shady right off the get?
I mean,
15.
I guess I could see how that could be
Good.
shady. Yeah. I guess I could understand
Came
that.
back to a Kiana Honeycutt of Findlay.
Yeah.
Possible Henry Ida Tom. She's suspended.
All right. Where's that out of?
Hancock County.
I mean, I can understand that actually, but I wasn't thinking that he put me in any situation where it would be like that.
Okay. For the time being, I'm gonna have you have a seat in the back of the car over here. Okay. Checking on a warrant that you might have. So.
Out of where?
Hancock County.
For what?
I don't know yet. So my dispatcher's running that down. But time being, step over here.
Okay.
So I'm gonna check you quick, ma'am. Just make sure you got no bazookas, machine guns, rocket launchers, anything like that on you. Okay.
No, I don't.
Okay. Anything that's gonna poke me?
No.
You got any dope?
No, I'm clean. I'm in recovery.
Okay, so you heard the dispatch came in on his radio and said that there's something that came back talking about Hancock County. So the interaction changed quickly, right? He asked, all right, now you're going to have to have a seat here while we're finding out some more information on a warrant to see if we need to detain you or if you can be let go. All right? Or not detain you, but see if we need to arrest you or let you go. You'll be detained in the back of the car. He's performing a cursory search. And this is just a officer safety search here. He can check. Well, it's different than a Terry stop check. I guess let's do a little bit of law here. Okay, we'll split the screen out. Let's talk about the difference in a stop and frisk Terry stop. Let's see if there's actually a difference. All right, stop and frisk. Let's change this to versus. Let's see what it pulls back. Stop and frisk search versus officer safety search. All right. Stop and frisk and search for officer safety are two distinct concepts in law enforcement. All right. Let's throw that search up there so we can see that big. With each with specific legal frameworks and implications. Stop and frisk. Stop and frisk is a Terry stop. That's an older case where they determined officers can stop people for reasonable suspicion that criminal activity is afoot and do certain types of frisking, checking for weapons. This practice involved a police officer temporarily detaining an individual based on reasonable suspicion that the person has committed, is committing, or is about to commit a crime, and may be armed and dangerous. The officer is permitted to conduct a limited search, typically a pat-down of the outer clothing to check for weapons. This is known as a Terry stop, stemming from the U.S. Supreme Court case Terry v. Ohio. All right. Search for officer safety. This refers to searches conducted by police officers to ensure their safety during interactions, particularly when they have reason to believe that an individual is armed and poses a threat. Such searches are generally more comprehensive than a simple frisk, and are intended to locate any weapons that could be used against the officer. The scope of these searches can extend to areas within the individual's immediate control, such as passenger compartment of a vehicle. While both practices aim to address potential threats to police officer safety, stop and frisk is a specific legal procedure with defined limitations, whereas search for officer safety encompasses a broader range of actions taken to ensure an officer's safety during various encounters. What type of search is this? Let's think about it. They received the call, talk about there may be a warrant out, and they said, well, for right now, let's sit you in the back of this car. I need to check you right quick. You got anything that can stop, stab me, poke me, hurt me? You got any dope? That's exactly what he asked her, right? So then he goes to reaching in the pockets, and he gonna find everything she got, and she's like, oh, okay, we doing this one now. Is this a search for officer safety, or is this a stop and frisk? Let's go back. We'll split the screen out. Stop and frisk, temporarily detaining an individual based on reasonable suspicion the person has committed, is committing, or is about to commit. All right. Heard about a warrant, but we also been called over here because you might have committed the crime of calling in some food on a card that was not yours and you had no permission to use. And you don't even know the person. Or is this a search for officer safety? They're close, aren't they? He doesn't believe she's armed or poses a threat, though, right? How about, let's see with this one. How about this one? You see that search? Search incident to arrest. That's a little bit different. A search incident to arrest is a legal doctrine allowing police to conduct a warrantless search of an individual and the area within their immediate control following a lawful arrest. When are you arrested? Right? Isn't that the question that bubbles up? That's what it means to do research into a case. You follow the rabbit deeper into the hole. When are you arrested? All right, this practice is an exception to the Fourth Amendment's warrant requirement and is justified by the need to protect officer safety, prevent escape, and preserve evidence. All right, so look, a search incident to arrest here. we have several different things we can look at. Officer safety, prevent escape. I'm here for, let's build a bridge here. We're here for one thing. We got called out for this one thing. Remember I said DoorDash scam. We're here for that. But now we hear you got a warrant too, and it came on the radio loud. It wasn't in his earpiece. That was on the radio. So she heard it too. And so she started hearing her name called and the old county from wherever. She started trying to talk over the radio a little bit. Prevent escape. I think that's a crucial one that may be at play. Preserve evidence. If a person tries to escape, what do people usually do? Don't they throw away any evidence? Dump it here, there, wherever? If it's not on them at the time and it's never found, then hey, that may be a crucial piece that's necessary to connect that person and have a proper nexus to the actual reason that they were there. Now, in this case, there may be enough evidence without having to do any other connections. All right? They're going to place her with this hacked card, but they have her own statement right now talking about a friend in Finley making the order. And is it sketchy? Asking questions, trying to see if she can divine an answer from the police. Remember, we always say the street is not the place to argue your case. Hey, you said perfectly, Professor Ross there. And you almost want to ask anyone who tries to run this scam.
All right, I'm going to try this again. When was the last time you had something to drink?
All right, so anyways, let's jump back in. Let's see what happens.
I'm going to hang on to your phone for the time being.
If I have a warrant, would you allow me to call someone so I can, like...
We're going to go one step at a time here. Any pockets on your pants there?
No.
Okay. All right. For now, just have a seat in the back of the car here.
Okay, I will call and I will let him know. I told him I'd call him back because I told him that he would have to do it on his bank account and stuff like that to get it.
Yeah. Does it say how it was paid? I mean, was it paid with a card or what it was paid with?
It was paid with a card because normally when they come through the onlines, they're normally paid with a card.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, I mean, I've used the Subway app. I have a card saved to the account.
Yeah.
I'll just take a picture of this.
Yeah, my boss was like, you might want to call the cops because.
Well, you called. I was up there eating my sub, and the dispatcher's like, well, the Subway's got questions they want to ask an officer. He was like, going to transfer the phone call. Then he turns around and he goes, wow, just send Jay. And I'm like, didn't know what was going on.
Yeah, because we were like, they're going to come in. We didn't know if they were going to start a riot and be like, oh, I want our food or something. So I was like, yeah, you know what? I'll just have an officer come. And then she came in, and then as soon as he pulled up, she walked outside.
Okay, so it was just her?
It was just her.
And she's staying down at she's part of the sober living or whatever down at the plaza.
Sense.
So.
Oh, man. She's gonna
They can
get
come to
kicked
the pantry and get food.
Well, what better when I can get it for free
Free.
from here, you know? She's saying she was going to pay for it. I'm like, well, it was prepaid. It's already paid.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, well, I didn't, you know. Which, you know, I don't think she's not part of the conspiracy that probably stole this guy's card or whatever, but, I mean, she had to have known that something was. So, I'm not going to charge her with any kind of, you know, offense. She's going to go to county on her warrant anyway.
Okay.
So she got enough problems.
Yeah.
So if that makes sense, but appreciate you guys having heads up and
Yeah.
Did you hear the officer gave her the freebie? He said, I'm not going to charge her on this sandwich. presented to her something about the credit card and all that. I'm not going to charge her on that. But she does have to go deal with this warrant. There have been some other disturbing incidences in the past where, people were stopped and about to be let go, but things took a left turn because they had a prior warrant out there that they did not deal with. I'm going to remember that, and we'll come back to that, and I'll show you some examples. But there was the kid in Jonesboro who shot himself in the back of a car, and it was mysterious. It was a bunch of those different incidents that have happened in the past where people would have been let go, save for some warrant. All right, let's let this finish up. I don't think they're going to have very much else at the end of this.
That he called, and so you said you're going to call him back?
Yep, I'm going to call him back.
Okay. Just let him know we got her. So.
Okay, awesome.
So.
Thank you guys very much.
All right, no problem. So, Hancock County wants you on their warrant.
What's it for?
Trafficking.
Like an indictment?
I'm assuming trafficking is normally a felony, which would be an indictment. So, and they want you. So what's going to happen? We're going to run you up to the station here, quick, our station, just for a little paperwork. But you're going to be transported to the Sandusky County Jail in Fremont, and then eventually Hancock County will come pick you up. So.
Can you do me a favor? Can you get one number out of my phone?
You can have your phone back. So you're welcome to use it. So. I'm not going to charge you with any theft or anything down here. It's certainly reasonable.
I didn't know.
Well,
you
you said it yourself. Your account was hacked or something like that, so it was a fraudulent order. You got 2 other names involved with the purchase of your food. You should know something's up.
Honestly, I need to work on my thinking things through, and that's why I'm in this program. But I do apologize.
So, but you're going to go to jail on your warrant. So,
Okay.
So I'm just being crystal clear with you. So, understood? Okay, this officer's going to run you up to our station.
Okay.
So I appreciate you being cooperative and everything with me.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
So you're welcome to use your phone, call wherever you need to call.
Okay.
All right.
She was arrested for the warrant they found out she had. Do you think she didn't know that her friend prepaid the food with someone else's credit card? Let us know in the comments section below, and don't...
Okay, so credit to them. This is a good video, especially to expand our talks and to deal with issues that are interesting and weird, but they do happen quite often. You hear about these scams and stuff, and when you work in the criminal justice system, you see some of these incidents come across your desk or your table, or you have some of these people come in your office seeking to find an attorney. How do you all feel about that? All right, so she was let off. The little time she might have received, as we saw, potential misdemeanor. You saw the actual notation, the annotation on the video from the original person saying that do you think that she didn't know who or whose card her friend was using to order her some food? She was at a recovery center then. We don't know if that's recovery for drugs or alcohol or something else. She had just been there since the 25th, and it's the 1st of August. So the 25th of July to the 1st of August. Is that about 6 days or so? A week, maybe? But anyways, how do you all feel about that? DoorDash scam. What it carries if a person does this. Now understand that if a person is caught doing an operation, like not just one time, somebody heard about something on TikTok and then did it that one time. Now that one time is definitely, it's a crime. It could be a ticket or it could be a felony offense depending on how big the value is of what was taken. But if a person is found out to have had an operation, I mean, they've been doing this for years, or not years. Let's be realistic. A person has had an operation going for about 4 months, and every day they got $1,000 worth of theft going. So $30,000 a month for 4 months, $120,000. $120,000 worth of theft over 4 months' time. That's a felony. Even if it's the first time a person has done this, it's not the first incident because they've been doing it for 4 months continuously. That's probably going to be a felony. Let's take a look at that. Michigan. One last search, y'all. And then we'll end the lecture. Michigan. $120K. All right. Ooh. 120,000 is considered a serious felony offense, according to Michigan Complied Laws, Section 750.356. If the property stolen has a value of 20,000 or more, the person is guilty of a felony punishable by imprisonment up to 10 years, a fine of up to 15,000, or 3 times the value of the property stolen, whichever is greater. Or both imprisonment and a fine. Given that 120,000 significantly exceeds $20,000 threshold, the penalties could be more severe. It's crucial to consult a legal professional to understand the specific consequences and the potential defenses in such a case. That's always true. That's what we always advocate for, is for all the attorneys out there to get some work. Hey, there are professionals in every jurisdiction. All right? You can find someone who can represent you. They've gone to school. They've dedicated their time and promised, if they've been barred in a certain location, they promise to do a good job on your case. Go hire somebody if you're dealing with an issue. If you're dealing with a charge that sounds something like this, go hire someone to represent your interests. All right? Depending on what money was taken and how it was taken, sometimes these cases look horrible at jury trial. All right? When you have the person's been scamming and they've been taking somebody else's hard-earned money, it looks bad, especially when that person, the victim, comes and takes the stand and tells how they were held responsible for the money taken or how it put them in a bad situation. That's a hard case to get acquittal on. But anyways, once again, this was Professor Ross. This is Advocacy Alchemy with Professor Ross. Hope you enjoyed the lecture. You all have a great day. and I'll see you in the next lecture.